EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Bayou State. The Who Dat chant ringing behind us as we are ready for football at Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Tirico in the booth with Greg Olson and Blake Groupie on the field to get this started. Off we go here in New Orleans. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
A run with the man out of Purdue, that's Tyrone Tracy. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line, it's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third and short. Here's Dart. Open man, that's Slayton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
46-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. On the move, past the 40. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Mario Davis there on the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd down, here is Dart. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter.
Loss of 9 yards, and it's 4th down.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. More from New Orleans after this. The Giants field goal unit out on the field. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. His kick is perfect. And the Giants will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goals to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. To return, it's Kendre Miller.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. This one on target to Olave. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Third and short yardage, and here's Rattler. He's got his man, that's Olave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Already know I got shit to go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Freshest on the blow.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Rattler to the air once more. This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll try to throw it again. Here's Rattler. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
1st and 10. Throwing again, Rattler. A pass, caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
That's good for another Saints. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
To throw again is Rattler. Moving to his left. Good blocking, and he's in. Spencer Rattler. Touchdown, New Orleans. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints move out to a 7-3 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Giants 3.
After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Giants offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Wan'Dale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He has Hyatt complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Throwing is Dart. Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. Dart. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. Here's Dart. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. This will be a Saints first down as the tackle is made at the 26-yard line.
And the Saints first.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Too much, and he goes down.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. Dexter Lawrence getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. 3rd and long, and here's Rattler. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. That's caught! And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. And how about that? 3rd and a mile convert and pick up a first down.
47-yard line.
Here's Rattler. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Saints first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. Taking off. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On 3rd and 2, it's Rattler. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start, and this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Throwing on first down, it's Rattler. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this 3rd quarter. So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Rattler to throw here on 2nd down. He'll try to run for it. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for another Saints.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
In motion goes Cooks. On 2nd down, here's a run with Kamara. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Alvin Kamara, touchdown Saints. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Saints extend their advantage to 14-3.
Saints 14, Giants 3.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. He'll get across the 20, knock him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Dart. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. The rookie from Ole Miss put that one on target for the 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. To the air once more is Dart. Forced out wide. He's going to run it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the 1st down.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down, and he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal. Here is 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Forced out wide, and he will get into the end zone. Jackson Dart, touchdown, Giants.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Miller now to return it. Ooh. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but 1 first down will essentially end the game. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. Pushed out to his left. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down, they need 7. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll run. It's Kamara. Finding room across midfield. And he will score. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown 6. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown. That makes this a 2-possession game here late.
Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and through. The Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Dart. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
To the air on second down. Dart. This one taken in by Hyatt. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second, as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. Final minute, 1st and 10. Dart gonna throw it again. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision, it gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On second down, Dart. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Giants can call their 3rd final timeout, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Dart. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards. Here we go. One final play. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the Saints. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they're going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.